Hey everyone, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and I'm coming on today with a quick masculine card share. So I wanted to use this stamp from Tim Holtz called Noble Gent. It's CMS 301, and I used two of the gentleman busts there, if you will. I used two of those in my card today, and also in my paper stash, in my loose paper stash. I had one sheet. It was 12 by 12 double-sided from Graphic 45's Transatlantique collection. This one was called the Souvenir Stripe. It has a stripe pattern on one side and dots on the other. It is from 2009. I have nothing else from this collection, so I honestly don't remember what it looked like, but this was a really basic paper, and it was very masculine to me. And because I only had one sheet, I picked a Sheetload of Cards from Call Me Crafty Al. This is from June of 2021, and it takes 6 by 6 paper, and it only has two patterns. So if you have a double-sided 12 by 12 sheet and you cut it to 6 by 6, you've got the perfect mix to do this. It yields 8 cards, which is what I got, and I will show you my cards. So I heat embossed the gentleman's image using a pearl luster embossing powder from Stampendous. This is the color Hematite. I have rehomed this one, but it's hard to tell, but it does have a little bit of a pearl shine when it melts. It's kind of not quite black. He is on a stitched circle. I just did in white, but to tone down the white a little bit, I did stamp it with this background stamp from MFT. This one is called Denim. And I'll get a little bit closer there so maybe you can see the texture that gave. That is stamped in antique linen regular distress ink. And then I also added some splatter stamping with more of the linen and quite a bit of the oxide vintage photo. And this is that little stamp that I have that I unmounted from a wood block. This is from Stampin' Up, but I unmounted it so that I could bend it and use it however I please. I use this all the time. Controlled splatter. The stitch circle is mounted on a slightly bigger circle, just in black. The Hello sentiment there, that is from Tim Holtz as well. That is from one of these collections. There were quite a few of these back in the day. These are unique dies in that they cut all these words and kind of look like a label, but they only cut out. They don't cut a frame of any sort. So you can use these tons of ways. This one is called Pondering Words, and I left the one out that I used so that you could see it does not have a frame. It is just the word. So you can still use the letters if you wanted to, but if you want this kind of a look, you just cut it out of whatever size strip you would like. It makes for a way to combine them and use them in so many ways. So that is cut out of black, and then I put craft behind it. And then behind him are those gears that are cut out of the same craft paper. And those are from a gear, kind of a frame background die. I got this in a D-stash, so I'm not really quite sure what the brand is. It could be Ali or Amazon or something, but it does cut out a frame of gears. And so I cut this, I just used one sheet of craft, cut it out 4 times, and then just cut chunks of gears out so that I could place them behind the image. So each card is a little bit different, and then in that there's a different combination of gears on each one. Here you can see the pattern paper. This is the stripe and the dot, obviously, and then they're reversed. The cardstock bases are from Simon. The red, I believe, is Schoolhouse Red. This is, I can't remember what their navy is called. I want to say it's not quite navy or something. It was the last of the navy that I had, so I need to order more because I love their navy. And then this background paper here is from Tonic. It is one of their specialty card stocks. It is called Golden Glacier. And I do have some scraps sitting here so you can see it up close. It is a nice soft gold with a kind of it looks kind of like an old leather or something to me, but this is not what their leather texture cardstock looks like, but I like this nonetheless. I love this color of gold, I think is why I like it so much. And then for the inside of the card, because I had this hello, I pulled out this Simon Says stamp sentiment set. On the blue one, the inside says "You Saucy Sailor," and it has more of the splatter stamping, and it has a gentleman facing the other way stamped in this vintage photo so that it's obvious it's not a repeat. I thought that was important to me for some reason. And then on the red one, the sentiment says "You Sexy Beast." So kind of a cheeky card for men. And this is a close-up look at that sentiment set. This is from CC Design. I love her stuff. She is so much fun. I watch her all the time. But these sentiments are so funny. This is just, I love snarky stuff. So I love my hide a body friend. I've got a couple of those. And I even like this, shh. Like, I just love that one. So that is my card share. And I did get 4 of each one, and they're each just slightly different based on the gears that are behind them. So some have fewer and some have more. And then all the red ones have "You Sexy Beast" inside, and all the blue ones have "You Saucy Sailor." I was going to mix it up a little bit more, but I can make plenty more cards with those sentiments. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you on the next video. Toodles.